Hello. Hello, welcome. Good evening. Welcome. Good evening. Welcome back to one of podcast. This is a podcast we do every Friday where we discuss everything related to family issues, relationship, culture, and all that. Okay, so if you just joining us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on Facebook and on TikTok. Okay. What we're discussing this evening is on the screen as you're watching me. Should white men pay Nigeria bride price? Should white British partners pay the bride price in Nigeria? Okay, this is one of those topics that a lot of women, if you go to some of the, I'm talking about some of the private groups, private groups, and all that, you can see what they're discussing. All this, are discussing this topic, and then many are confused, and some of them are asking these questions. They're asking the questions, okay? And I want us to discuss it this evening. And there's one thing I want you to know. I want you to understand something. Love, love, they say, is priceless. But in Nigeria, where tradition and modernity collide, you can see that it often comes with a receipt. Often comes with a receipt. So if you're conversant with what is going on in social media, you will notice many things. Okay, many white suitors, many of them are coming to Nigeria to marry Nigerian women due to the exposure of the social media, many matchmaking channels and dating sites. You can see that it made it possible for an average Nigerian ladies, average Nigerians who, and even some white males who are looking for love and marriage, make it easier for them to meet each other. An average Nigerian, they meet white males on social media, make it easier for them. But the issue is that many of them white people, many of them are like complaining about the bride price. Complaining about the bride price. And you want to look into it. See, should white British partners pay the Nigerian bride price? And put any country, white, talking about white people, coming to Nigeria, coming to Africa to get married. You can understand something. Many of them, they meet each other online. And I explained to you earlier, if you go to some matchmaking channels, if you go to Instagram, you can see a lot of them. TikTok now, there's a lot of matchmaking. They're all of them are there. If you go to some dating sites, you can see that many of them white people, they are looking for Nigerian ladies. And then because some of them, they understand that Nigerian ladies are hardworking. Some of them, they have that intellectual ability to, like, anywhere they get into, they will like excel and all that. They're homely and all that. You understand? So they're looking for love, they're looking for marriage. And if they meet each other, one thing leads to another, they agreed or not that some of them you see that they have to like buy a ticket. They buy a ticket and come down to Africa straight away to get married. So, and then some of them, due to the bride price, after the marriage and all that, some they come when they come back to their country, they start complaining. Some go online, they complain about the bride price, and then some of the ladies they're asking the questions: What will they do? What are we going to do? Should they pay the bride price? Are we supposed to forfeit it or something like that? They're asking that question. But first of all, before we get into that proper, I would like you to understand what bride price is all about. Okay? Before we get into that proper, let me tell you something. There was an experience someone or some of the white people they had. And then this person went online and put it on the online on this one of the channels I was telling you about. He said, guys, this is a bride price list from a Lagos family. 3 million naira. They are charging 3 million naira. A new car, a thank you trip to Dubai. All that was demanded from this guy for before he could marry their daughter. Before this guy could marry their daughter, he has to like give them 3 million naira, a car, and also a trip, parents, a trip for them to go to Dubai. And along the line, when they brought all of that, the list for the bride price, the white guy refused. He refused. He said he's not going to get married. The wedding was cut off straight away. Let me rephrase it again. This white guy went to get married. It happened in Lagos. So the family of the girl brought out a list for the bride price. It's not even about the traditional rights and all that. It's just for the bride price. He said that he has to pay them 3 million naira, a car, and a thank you trip to Dubai. That was what they demanded from the white guy. And the guy checked his pocket and see that he cannot afford that. He refused and called off the wedding. And then if you look at that, we want to ask, was this a fair tradition if you look at it, or a random or ransom for love or something like that? Was it a fair tradition or ransom for love? Okay. For those of you that is just like maybe you are hearing this for the first time and you don't know what is bride price. Bride price, or we can call it dowry, is a long-standing African tradition where a groom family present gifts or money for the bride's family before marriage. They present gift or money for the bride family before marriage. You understand? But in modern times now, recently, what is happening, especially in intercultural relationship in this tradition, many are asking, is this still relevant? Especially when it comes to white people, when they come in for this, for marriage, they leave Africa, leave abroad, come to Africa for marriage. Many are asking, is it still relevant? Because most of them don't really know much about bride price. And when they come down, when they like telling them about the money that entails, then they're telling them what is really inside it. They tell them about the tradition and all that. Many of them, they get confused. Okay. And many are asking, why should they be paying money for a woman they want to marry? And They don't really understand that. What they don't really understand is that the Nigerian families have honored their daughters for ages by using this bride price. However, this tradition is generating treated, it's just like a heated discussion, more and more. Many, after training their daughters in the university, they go through university, they train them, do everything, all that. Okay, the parents, they put in the money to train their daughters. So now you come in now, the daughter has grown up, ripe, proper, and then you want to come and take their daughter away. So the parents, they want to honor their daughter. And the only way they can do that is through bride price. That shows that all their effort, all the everything that they did on their daughter, every indication, the nurturing, everything that they did, they have to honor that. And the way they can do that is through you paying the dowry or paying the bride price. So we're asking this evening, the question is simple. Should white men pay Nigeria bride price? Should white men pay Nigeria bride price? Should they pay the bride price when they come in to marry Nigerian daughters? Should they pay that? Okay, the line is open. You can call me now. I'll put the number on the screen to call me, or you can put on the comment section what you want to say. I'll read them out. Okay, put on the comment section straight away. I'll read them out. The number is on the screen. +447449823876. That is the number to call to join the program. It's a WhatsApp number. Just call me. Let's talk about it. I would like to hear your thoughts, your opinion, or what we're going to say this evening. Just call me. Okay? We're expecting your call. Call me right away. The line is open. Just call. Okay. I think someone already put on the comment section. She said the truth is that bride price is a custom. Parental demands are personal. And why would they they make such demands? Are they trading their daughter for me? A white man should do whatever men do to marry. Okay. She continues. She said, the human color, culture, or where they come from does not really matter. What matters is the condition to have what they want according to the traditional of the tribe she is from. Okay, great. That's that's great. That's so what this person is saying that the Grace Light is saying that the white the white men they have to pay according to the custom and tradition of the lady, what the tradition entails, whatever they tell them to do. But it's not that they should take the person for ransom, something like that. But according to her, she was saying that it depends on the family. It depends on the family. Some families they they take it to extreme. Okay. All right. You can put on the comment section, put on the comment what we're discussing. This is let me tell you something. This is a very, very controversial topic. I'm telling you, many ladies, many of them are having issues. Many of them they've lost a good man that want to come and marry them. Many of them, I mean, like relationship that they've nurtured, relationship that they struggle. Let me just use that word. They struggled to get just because of bride price, dowry. They lost the men. They lost some good men that want to come and marry them because of what? The culture. Okay. And that's what we're asking. Seriously, should white men coming to Nigeria to marry Nigerian women pay the bride price? And I want you to understand something. There's one thing I would like you to know now. In the medieval Europe, when, as in like in the olden Europe, okay, dowries were paid by the bride's family to the groom. They used to do it opposite. It was opposite. It was the parents of the woman, the parents of the girl, that's the parents of the bride. They are the ones that will pay the bride price to the parents of the groom. So it used to be opposite. But with time, they moved away from all of that. They moved away from all of that. And many of them now, when they're talking whatever they're saying, they would say that why are Nigeria still holding on to this? Why are Nigerians still holding on to this tradition? You understand? You know, asking that question. Why are they still holding on to that? I said the line is open. I would like to hear from you guys. Should a white guy should they pay Nigerian bride price? One British white guy. When they asked him about his experience, he went to Nigeria to married a lovely, beautiful lady. When they asked him if he did pay the bride price and how did he feel about it, let me just tell you his honest opinion. He said that he was shocked at first. He was shocked at first. His girlfriend's family asked for a significant amount, and then he wondered. He first of all asked to him what he was saying after. It's now he didn't ask the family of the girls. He just now he was saying that is this a transaction? However, after learning the cultural significance, he viewed it differently. Still, he thinks some families take it too far. It shouldn't feel like extortion. That's his own opinion. But he did pay. He paid to the family of the girl and took his wife home. Everybody was happy. It was a win-win for everyone. Okay. But one of the feminists, one of the ladies that was on the group, she was like, guys, let's be real here. This tradition reinforces what? Patriarchy. why is why is it that men have to pay for the woman? Why is it that the bride's family also giving something? They're supposed to give something. It's not like it's not only the man that has to be paid. The family of the girl is supposed to do something. They're supposed to pay as well. You understand? And he went on. She said that in 2024, because this happened last year, shouldn't marriage be about equality? I'm talking about a feminist. That's what she was like saying on her own. That's her own idea about bride price and all that. You understand? So I get what I'm saying. Listen, let me tell you something. This is like I said to you, this is a very controversial issue. Even when they finish now discussing it, they're still going to be discussing it in one group or the other. Because if you're going to Nigeria to marry, you have to pay a bride price. And the bride price is determined by the family of the girl. There's no maybe specific amount that you have to pay that you said, okay, the government of Nigeria said that when you come into Nigeria to marry, you have to pay a certain amount of money. No, that one is being set by the family of the bride, the family of the girl that you want to marry. So whatever they want to charge you, some of them, they can say, okay, no, don't just come and carry our daughter. It's okay. Just give us whatever you have. It's okay. We are not selling our daughter. Just whatever you have, give it to us. While there are some of them that they will like, bring out all their family, bring out all their problems and give it to you. They will want to like, make sure that maybe they take everything. They make every money, adjust anything, because you're coming from abroad too, you're white. That means you have money. They got money. So they need some money. You have to bring that money. You have to bring the money. You understand? And I want you to know that this is not about ownership. It's not about ownership. I know that the Westerners, people that are coming from abroad, especially the white people, they just like view it based on from their own lens. I've brought the Western world here most times. Yeah, if you want to marry, you just marry. Meet a woman, you just wanna. You just two of you can even decide not to invite anybody. You just go to register and just do your registration and everything, and just marry and just go like that. You're married, you're married. I say you got done. It's different. If you go into Nigeria to marry, you find a Nigerian lady, it's different. Like I said to you earlier, they honor their ladies, they honor their daughters. So the family cannot just like carry a daughter and just give it to you like just no. They honor their daughters. And that's the reason why you have to pay the dowry, you have to pay the bride price. You understand what I mean? That's the price on their ladies, the price on the daughters. It shows that she's precious. It shows that you are qualified to take their daughter. It shows that you can take good care of their daughter. I get what I'm saying. That is a tradition. Many Nigerian ladies, they take pride in this tradition. They don't play with it. Because any one of them that is telling you that no, you can't don't do that. It's nothing. No, that person is deceiving you. You need to do and pay the bride price. You need that's is a must. You have to do it. You have to do it. Okay. Like I said to you guys, line is open. You can call me or you can put on the comment section. Whatever you want to say. Put on the comment section. Okay. Let's talk about the money. Or you can say the exploitation. Why most of them they are arguing, why most of the white people they are angry, why the places maybe they are pointing hands. There are some maybe because when someone like start like getting out upset or like trying to like complain about something, there must be something there. Okay, let's talk about numbers. What I'm talking about numbers, I'm talking about cash, money. I already told you earlier. Some families demand cars. Some demands millions of naira. Even some even demand property. They demand. And then when you look at it, you say to yourself, is it fair to those British people that are coming, those British partners that are coming from abroad? Most of them don't even understand the culture. So when they come over, they want to come and marry. Then you start demanding cars from them. You start demanding money. I'm talking about millions of naira from them. Some even demand properties that they have to buy land or build a property for them and all that just before they marry their daughter. Because I've heard stories of men paying almost £10,000. £10,000. I'm not playing. Almost £10,000. Okay. And if the family keeps increasing the bride price in last minute, it's really about traditional justice. It's just about the money. Because even some when they like said 5,000, and then because most times when it comes for bride price, isn't it? They start bargaining, they start like it's like eh, bargaining chips. They always say, okay, it's okay, you have to pay us 10,000. And the man will say, no, you have to, it's 55,000 that we have. You say, no, you can't take 5,000. You have to, they just like keep on like bargaining in that. It's just going to be like that. You understand? Then it turns to something else. £10,000. Are you getting me? Talking about bride price. Should then white people pay bride price? Just let me know in the comment section. Let me know what your thought is. Let me know. And then someone will maybe just say, no, 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 it's not. Why can someone pay 3,000? Maybe those ones are just extreme cases. Most families are reasonable. Like what the lady said, it depends on the family. Most families are reasonable, but some, yes, abuse it. Some people abuse it big time, especially when they see white people. They assume that every white person is rich. They will just assume that every white person is rich. And when you look at it, you find out that that is not the true spirit of the tradition. You understand? Once they see a white person is coming, is white person, Oyibo is coming from abroad, coming to marry our daughter, then they will assume that it's a white person, he must be rich, forgetting that there are some white people here. They're not working. It's just the government that is supporting them. How do I mean? They're not working. They're getting paid every month. The government give them just pay the money every month. So they don't, but just because they want to get married, the little money they have, if they change it to Nigerian money, it's a lot of money. So when they're coming down with dressing and everything, because they're white, so families will just see them and say, think maybe they are rich. It's not like that. And once they see them coming, they think they are rich. What do you think they happen? They will ask for money, a lot of money, a lot of money. Okay. I know if you're a feminist, if you're a woman, some of them that are fighting for women, more women rights and all that, you probably maybe you're going to ask, okay, why is a woman worth tied to money? Why is a woman worth tied to money? If a British woman were to marry a Nigerian man, would her family demand the same amount of money? He said, probably not, isn't it? Then God said, okay, double standard. How do you mean that is double standard? It's not that. This is the culture. It's the tradition. It's there. It started from long time, from the ancestors. They were doing it. So if a Nigerian man coming to England to marry marry a British woman, a Nigerian man going to America to marry American, white American or German, whatever, they have their own tradition. So if their tradition stipulates that you can just take their daughter anyhow and just run away with them, then they can run away. It's their tradition. But if the Nigerian man goes to the family of the girl that they want to marry, and the family of the girl demands something from him before he marries their daughter, he has to do that based on tradition. I understand that most Western countries they don't have really, they don't like have any tradition. They can most of them they don't have culture. You understand? And when you're talking about most times when they discuss about culture and all that, what they talk about is if human right and all that. So the lady that you want to marry and decide for herself what she wants. It's not her family that will decide or stipulate or what she has to, or what you have to do before you marry her. She can say, okay, no, I don't want you guys to take and do anything. I just want to like present my husband to you guys. This is the person I want to marry because I love him. You understand? I want just to show you guys the person I want to marry. That is it. It's finished. The parents will say, oh, okay, is that the person? That's it. Glad that you brought him home. Then there was I asked the person asked the guy questions and all that. If some families might not even ask because they don't want to make their daughter angry. So that is it. That's the way it is. Some part of the world. But when it comes to Africa, especially Nigeria, you want to go and marry a Nigerian lady, you have to understand that there's a culture, tradition. You talk about culture, then you talk about the tradition. These are like from ancestors. They don't change it. You need to pay the bride price. You need to pay the bride price. And now the question is how much? It depends on the family. How much they want to charge you. Depends on the family. Like I said earlier, I said some of them families, once they see you, you're white, coming, they maybe think that you have money. You have a lot of money. So whatever they charge you, you have to pay. Okay? Should white British, should white British man pays for a bride price? Should white British man pays Nigerian bride price? That's the question. Should they pay? Okay. All right. Then someone would just you said you can ask this question. I know maybe you're thinking about it. What happens if a British partner refuses to pay? Can a relationship survive? I've seen a lot of breakups over this because of this. People just break up because of bride price. Some families cut ties if the groom doesn't pay. Immediately, if the white guy says he's not paying, they will just say nothing. You are not taking our daughter. There's no way you're going to marry our daughter if you don't want to pay the bride price. It's tradition. You will not get to your turn and the tradition will change. No, you have to pay the bride price. When I married her mother, I paid the bride price. So you cannot come and marry my daughter without paying bride price. So if the white man, some of them, they'll say, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know what that means. So they cut ties immediately. Everything gone. That's it. And then you ask, can he survive? When it cut ties, that means he will not survive. She can cry till tomorrow. I mean, their daughter, she can cry till tomorrow. When the parents, especially their dad, said no, it's no. If the dad is dead, uncles will be the one standing on behalf of the dad. If he says no, that is no. The mothers doesn't really have much to say on that. The only thing they will maybe say is to go at the back and tell the man, you need to do this, you need to pay this money. Because they don't have any say. They don't have any power to change nothing. It's tradition. That's the way it is. Because once you refused, they're seeing it as you being disrespectful. But you can negotiate. I said that earlier. You can negotiate. They can say to you, no, you need to pay us £1,000. You can negotiate. I said, no, I don't have £1,000. This is how much I have. Then you guys can be like, negotiating that. You can say they go up, you go down. You can come at the end of the day, maybe you guys can come to the middle, agree on something. Or sometimes you see that the family say to you, okay, all right, then we prefer a gift over money. Just give us gifts. If you have the gift, you can give them the gift. Do you understand what I mean? Just like if you're joining us, we're talking about should white British male pay Nigeria bride price? Should white man pay Nigeria bride price? Because many people they want to talk about this. People are discussing this in I'm talking about discreetly. They're hiding talking about this. No one want to like come out because they don't want to like, offend them, white people, offend a lot of people. Many ladies, many of them that you see on the matchmaking channels, all those kind of TikTok and all that, Instagram, online dating and all that, most of them, that is the issue they're having. That is the problem they're having because some of them are asking, should they not pay? What are they're trying to find a way now to like maneuver, just like, if there's any back way, any back windows or something, anything, anyhow they can do it, just like, shouldn't bring tradition and culture. Some of them you see that they will just get pregnant for the man, the white man. They get pregnant, and then they will tell their parents that they are pregnant, with hope that the parents, because they're pregnant, they don't want people like to know that their daughter is pregnant. That they will just like, okay, just make it quick, sharp, sharp, and just make it snappy, so that everything will just go like that. And some of them they got disappointed. How? Because the families of the lady, they said no. If she is pregnant, if you don't pay the bride price, we will keep our daughter will keep our child. The only thing that will show that she is going to be your wife is the bride price, because that is the symbol that you are marrying our daughter. That is a symbol of ownership, symbol of marriage in Nigeria. That's the way it is. So once you pay the dowry, pay the bride price. If you want to do white wedding, that is your problem. If you want to do traditional wedding, that is yours if you have the money. But the most important thing when it comes to marriage or taking away someone's daughter is the bride price. You have to pay. So many of the ladies, some of them that don't really like, majority of what is the Gen Zs that don't really know their left and right, some of them they get disappointed because the parents will tell them no. If he doesn't want to pay the bride price, you are not going anywhere. We are not giving out our daughter until you do that. I know you'll be surprised to hear this, right? Majority of the many, I've seen many of you, many, many of them coming out, many are like, they want to marry some Nigerians, they want to marry beautiful Nigerian ladies. You understand? You have to know this. And have to know this. And you have to get prepared when you're going over there. There's money involved. A lot of families they abuse it. Okay. This one said that my Nigerian fiance's father asked for 15,000. I said no. She called me cheap. We broke up. Now she's married to a guy who paid. Was I wrong? Asking the question. Depends on what you showed. If you showed her that you have money and all that, that's what she present to her parents. So the parents believe that you have the money for them to like charge, put like $15,000. That means you show the lady that you have the money, and she believe that you have the money. So you need to pay, and that's the what. How she see herself as that's the what. The way, all the expenses or whatever. The parents. That's the way the parents see their daughter. That is the value they placed on the daughter. You understand? The value they place on their daughter. That is the value. So if they say that is $15,000 and that's the value they place on their daughter, if you have the $15,000, you pay them $15,000 and take your woman and take your wife with you. At the end of the day, the money is just for the family. You understand? If they use the money to better themselves, it's also good for you. How? Because it will lessen the burden. Them calling you, disturbing your wife every time for her to send the money, all of those kind of things. It will lessen that burden. You understand? This one, the man said that he didn't pay. The girl called him cheap. So because of that, the marriage didn't go on. They just everything was cancelled and all that. But she married another person that paid the money, and now he's regretting. Was asking if it was wrong. Oh gosh, she wed men pay bride price. Okay, I understand that sometimes when it comes to marriage, come to love and all that. Okay, is just a bit of alignment matters. It looks as if maybe you you guys have to compromise. Come to a compromise, you understand? But when it comes to tradition, it's a little bit difficult sometimes. It's a little bit difficult sometimes. But if you're a family of the girl, some of them that there are some of them that really understand the I don't know how to explain it. If there are some of them that knows that if they find out that their daughter loves you so much, and then they want the happiness, they want the happiness of their daughter, they want their daughter to be happy and all that. Sometimes they will like, trying to find a way to compromise with you, just like explain to you what to do. Don't worry. This is how much they demand. For example, 10,000, $10,000. Just price it. If you get to like six, okay, we will accept. And you'll be like, how, why? No, because it's not only them. The family, the uncles, the father of the girl, his brothers and sisters are involved. You understand? And that's what they called the the village or the tribe where she came from. There are other duties also. They are involved as well. So all of those things, you know, is all of them. That's the reason why most times you ask for marriage list, then they will give you a list of what to do and all that. You understand? But the bride price proper is for the family. But most times they will tell you that all of these people they are involved. So because of that, you need to do something. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is that it will come to a compromise. The family they will find a way to because they are not selling their daughter. They are not selling their daughter. It's just a tradition. You understand? At the end of the day, they want their daughter to be happy. Because if you, as a man, if you now are coming to marry their daughter, and at the end of the day, she just went after the whole thing, they took all the whole money from you and all that. You go back home, you don't have any other money. You're angry. If you're angry, your anger is who are you going to be angry? It's the girl. Every time you see her, you be getting angry because you're thinking that yeah, because of you, that's why I'm in the situation I am now. Your family took all the whole money away and all that. So that's the reason why. So the families they'll think about that as well. So they don't want a situation where their daughter will just leave their home and go to a family, go to a house where she will not be happy. Go to a house where the person may be like maltreating her or something like that. You understand what I mean? And that is one of the reasons why. That's the reason why. So should a white British man pay the Nigerian bride price? That's the question. That's what we're discussing this evening. Okay. And then I want you to understand, before you go, make sure that you know everything. Make sure you know about the family where you're going to. Try to ask your lady, try to ask her much about their tradition. Try to find out more about the culture. I understand that most times, due to, how will I say, most times white people they believe that Africa is third world country, as they call Africa was time third world country, and then believing that what they see on the when they see on the screen, most times they see some kids that are always like, maybe the UNICEF advert and all that they use in kids that are sick, see them with flies and all that because they're demanding for money and all that, raising money and all of those things. Understand? So most times you see the country, they'll say that they're sending aid to Africa. They will call billions of pounds or billions of dollars that they're sending to Africa and all that. Then they believe that African homes, some of them they are poor. And then with that mindset, they will be going to Africa. And then when they get to the house where they want to get to, they will be disappointed because getting to the house, they see mansions, they find out that the family they're going to, they, those guys are fucking rich. They are rich. We're talking about rich. They're very, very rich. So they are not poor. They don't need their money. But tradition must be followed. And then that's the reason some of them you see that they place a lot of value on their daughter. And then they will say to you that it's our precious daughter. For you to take her, you need to bleed a little bit so that whenever you see her, you remember us, the family, where she came from, so that you will not play with her, you will not mess about with her. You understand? So most of them white people, some of them have been like, they've been like disappointed. What I mean by disappointed, they get when they get into the family of the girl with hope that maybe they're going there to be their savior, believing that as they're coming, they're going to worship them. They will worship them. They're white people. It's a white man coming. Yeah, everybody will be worshiping and all those kind of things. When they get there, they will take control of everything. And when they get to the family, they find out they see cars, mansions. When they get into the house, what? Dumbfounded. They are dumbfounded. They don't know what to say because she is beautiful, came from a rich home and all that. I get what I'm saying. What are we talking about? Bride price. And then when they demanded for the bride price that they didn't pay the bride price, some of them they'll say that they are coming back. When they are ready, they will come back. They run away because they can't afford it. They don't have the money. They don't have the money to pay $10,000 for a bride price. It's not even the traditional wedding. It's not the wedding. It's not the. It's not I'm talking about. It's not. It's not. They're not even talking about the traditional wedding. You know why? Because if you pay $10,000 for a dowry for bride price on the wedding day, most cases, some of them families, the father of the girl would say to you, "It's my daughter's wedding, and I want you to be loud." If you never watch Nigerian weddings, go on YouTube. You watch Nigerian weddings, you can see what I'm talking about. They don't mess about. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't mess about. So the father of the girl has his own friends, mates, people that he's inviting. So he wants to be an occasion. What I'm talking about, the occasion, it has to be like something that when his friends go back to wherever they come from, they remember that yes, he has a daughter. It's not about you. So some of them white people, when they're coming over, most of them don't really understand what we're talking about, culture and tradition. They don't really get that because they believe that it's all about love. If you love someone, you can just go and just pick the person that you guys. The same way it works here in Europe, abroad. Some places they just love. They meet the girl. Some of them that's not even like wedding or something. They can live together and have kids. That's the way it is. It's not like that. I'm talking about there's a price tag in some of our Nigerian ladies. The price tag does not mean that they are selling their daughter. No, the honor is a honor bestowed on them ladies, on those girls, for the father or for the family to hand their daughter over to you. They believe that you can take good care of her. And you need to show that you can. Do you understand? You need to show that you can. So, like I was just I was just telling you, I said that the majority of many of them, white people, most of them been disappointed. Some of them disappointed when they get over there because of bride price. When they bring out the list of what they have to pay, it's become an issue. And some of them, if they are not advised properly, if they didn't maybe do a lot of research or they didn't ask questions, some of them what will normally happen is that when they get there, they get upset, they get angry, and then they will just buy a ticket and go back, complaining that yeah, Am I? What is the problem? What is this? Why are you guys bestowing? Why are you guys like selling your daughters or something like that? Did I come here to buy some? No, no, no. It's not by buying something. It's not. There's nothing. Nobody like selling anyone. No, it's tradition. It's a culture. That's the way it is. It's a culture. Okay. The same way if you go into if you go to Dubai or something, they have their own culture. They have things that if you go to Dubai, you can't drink or something. Every country they have their own culture. You understand? But in Nigeria, they don't play with their own culture. They don't play with their tradition. It's a tradition. It shows that their daughter is unique. The daughter, all the whole is talking about upbringing, the educational, everything. The parents spend a lot of money to raise her to the standard that you see her. That standard you see that she is bright, she is intelligent, she can give you good food, she is very good in bed. All of those things is part of full package that you're going to take home. You can't just come and just plug it and just go like that. No, those are the things. So it's a culture stuff. It's a culture. That's what I'm trying to say. I said that at the beginning. I said that buying bride price. I said this at the beginning when I started. Bride price isn't about buying a wife. No, it's a symbol of respect, commitment, and gratitude to the bride's family. You're not buying someone. You're not. It's a way of saying we value your daughter. We are serious about this union. You understand what I mean? So it's not that you are going there to buy the girl. No, 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 no. It's just a way of showing that symbol of respect and commitment and gratitude to that family where you're going to get a woman, where you're marrying someone. It's a way of doing that. And that's the way it's been for a generation. So it will not get to your turn, then they will change it because you're white. It will not happen. But what you have to understand is that in many communities, it's non-negotiable. There are some communities that they don't play. They don't. You cannot negotiate. Once they give you the amount, that's how much you have to pay. If you don't have it, you have to go home. It's non-negotiable. Nothing. Why there are some families you go to, there are some communities that you go to, you can negotiate. You can negotiate with them. They can bring the price down for you. You understand? Because to them, they want their daughter's happiness. That's the way it is. You understand? So the question is still stand there. Should white man pay Nigeria bride price? Those white people that are coming to Africa, coming to Nigeria especially to marry, should they pay bride price? Okay. I would like to hear your thought. I would like to hear your opinion. Just put it in the comment section. Should they pay bride price? Or is this something that is outdated? Is this something that they should just waive it because it's white? Is this something that when you can say that now we're in jet age, we're in social media age and all that, when husband has cars and all that, as people are saying. So because of that, it doesn't matter. Just forget about tradition. You understand? Why should there are nothing, man? You just someone want to marry, let them marry, and just go where they go. What is that? What are you talking about? Bride price. There's no value in it. Is that it? Should you just waive it? Or are you going to stick with the tradition? I know that some families abuse it, like I said earlier. They do. But tradition is tradition. It doesn't matter. If you're a foreigner, it doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're white. It's the tradition. And you have to abide with the tradition. Okay. That's what we're trying to discuss this evening. Like I said to you, it's one of those topics that it's a little bit controversial. Everybody have their own opinion. A lot of ladies will have their own opinion. Some guys too will have their own opinion. You understand what I mean? Let me tell you something. Nigeria wedding, Nigeria marriage is not a joke. Okay? It's not a joke at all. It's not a joke. If you think I'm playing, when we finish now, go on YouTube, type in Nigeria wedding. You will understand what I'm saying. It's not a joke. It's one of those days where parents they're giving out their daughter. So if as they're giving out their daughter, some of them, the girls, they are losing their father's name. Do you understand what I mean? They are losing their father's name. Okay? They are losing their father's name. And it's very, very painful. And that's why you see sometimes you see that some of the fathers they will start crying as they're giving out as they're giving their daughter to you. They're handing their daughter to you. Some of them you see they shed tears because it's their daughters are precious. You understand? That's value. Okay. Baseline said the bride price is the pride of every African woman, more especially a Nigerian Igbo woman. So her traditional rights should be honored and paid. Simple. Did you see that? That is it. Complete. That is there. It's, it's the pride of every African woman. So it will not get to your turn and then they will change it. It's a pride because you need to pay the dowry. You need to pay the bride price. Because if the marriage didn't succeed, he can go back to the family of the girl and then demand for your the refund. They have to refund the money to you. You can demand that you need their money back or whatever you give them for the bride price. You can demand. Well, if you say that I'm not marrying again, I don't want their daughter anymore. I don't want you guys' daughter. I want my money back. I need the bride price back. Once they give you the bride price back, once you receive that bride price money back, the marriage is officially dissolved. It's over. It's over. It's finished. It's over. It's not. I understand in the West, you're going to court, you call your lawyer and all that. Once this one is the way. Once the tradition. Once they give you the dowry, they give you the bride price back. It's over. The marriage is dissolved. Finally, that is the reason why they don't mess about with it. They don't play with it. It is a pride of that family. It's a pride of even the girl. You pay the dowry, you pay the bride price on her head. It's a pride. It's a honor. You understand? It's a honor. And that's the reason why some women can stay with you. They can live with you for many years. They will tell you that I'm not your wife. They look at you in the eyes and tell you, listen, I'm not your wife. You need to come and see my family. You need to pay my dowry. You need to pay the bride price. They are not, they know, they didn't tell you that you need to marry me. No, you need to pay my bride price because that is that is the pride. That is her value. You understand? Without that, nothing. Are you getting me? So that's what we're discussing this evening. So if you're white man, even your woman, you're white, or maybe black, whatever, you just want to go to Nigeria to go marry, you have to know this. You understand what I mean? Don't play with it. It's something that you have to know. It's a culture, tradition that no matter what, some places is non-negotiable. Some families you can negotiate. But at the end of the day, before you marry her, definitely you have to pay the bride price. Okay. That's what we'll stop in this evening. And I appreciate you guys stay with us to this time. I appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to share this program. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and TikTok. I'll see you guys next week, Friday. Have a lovely weekend.